Oh, hello, you all. Highest teas. Good day. Good afternoon. Good evening. I hope all are well. I hope all are safe. So I got another epiphany upon waking. And so basically, yesterday we were in a group chat, and they were talking about how the quote unquote black people, as you know them, how they just, we've became soft to where we used to be, we went from being people being scared of us, not because we're vicious, but scared of us because, we demand respect and we're the quote unquote dominant race, to now we're just soft where the migrants can come in, push and kick us around, or got your thugs um, breaking it down, getting their ego on, to say the least. And I'm thinking like, oh wow, that is true. We have became soft. We give all these other groups leeway, but we have no problem stomping and kicking out, robbing, and killing each other. But we don't have that same smoke for the real enemies. And that is true. We have became soft. Not only that, we became, I don't want to say we became sellouts, because someone sold us out at the beginning of time, and that's why we're in trouble now. So it's like we just became, I don't know what we became. We became mutants. Like, we're not the same. Don't have the same strength. We don't have the same loyalty. It's like, and then you don't even know if that's even a real black person. Like, it's like we're mutants, if you will. Because it's like you don't know who is the real from the fake. You can have 1,000 niggas, and if probably only 2 or 3 of them gonna be real. As far as like, okay, this is a real, true to the soil, true to the course. Like, I'm all for the people. Like, literally, you're not just gonna have your black fist in the air for the gram. Like, okay, you're true to the race. Black man, black woman, black children. Not no black man or a black woman in bed with the beast, but you got your nigger fist in the air at every nigger meeting. That's what I'm saying. So it's like most of us we are fake. We're mutants. They're no good to nobody. And I'm thinking, oh wow, that part is true. To the point where it spilled into relationships. And I'm thinking like, okay, speaking of relationships, and I've seen this one on Anton Daniels as well. The first one was from like a quote unquote black platform, and then this one came from Anton Daniels, the same one who's supposed to be the perfectly married black man who can do no wrong, but yet he's twisted up in single people's business. So on his show, you can always tell the married women. So he'll have a panel, maybe 5 women, 5 men, and maybe most of the women or some of the women are married, and then some of them are single. But you can always tell the married women, and I can always tell the married women because this is who I grew up around. You can always tell the married women because they just shut up. They shut up and keep their head down. So it's kind of like, just shut up, and if your man's out of order, just shut up. And then it's this one particular lady that she always says, but that's not a man though. You ain't a man though. And I'm thinking like, but if you know you're the reason, he's the reason why you're at home looking stupid. And the truth behind that, I'm just going to just spill the beans because I grew up with this shit. I'm not saying this because I'm hating, or I'm not saying this because I'm recently divorced, or because I'm recently married. I'm saying this because this is what I see with my own damn eyeballs. In flesh and truth, on TV and on social media. But basically, this is the long and short of most marriages. The spouses are, the man and women, they are miserable. And I'm gonna tell you exactly how it works. Man and woman gets married, and the way the picture is supposed to show is the woman, you're supposed to be left at home with the children. So if there's children, you're really getting left at home with children. If there's not children, you get left at home anyway, because while you're at home, the man is doing his thing, in whatever way that you want to slice that, and whatever that means. And if you don't believe me, ask any married woman that you know, especially from the Anton Daniels panel. Ask them, hey, where's your husband? And the number one answer is going to be quote unquote at work or quote unquote out. You see what I'm saying? So basically, the married women these days, you're just basically a single mother, and because the dad is not there, the husband, whatever you're gonna call him, he ain't there. He out doing his thing. And same with Anton Daniels. He had to get himself clipped so he can hoe around all while claiming to be perfect and gay at the same. You ask me, I think he's a queer, but he's like one of those arrogant, well, he got money, I can do what the fuck I want to do, sassy faggot ass man. But you could tell he's never at home. That's what he got the wife or the beard there for. Stay at home with my children while I'm out doing my thing. I might tell you I'm working, but come on now, ain't that much work in the world. I'm quote unquote at work. That's what they tell their wife. At work. Call any wife right now, whether you know her or not, where's your husband? And she's going to say 12 times out of 10, he's at work. And that's basically saying, I'm out doing my thing while you at home looking stupid. So for those who want to shame people for not being married, oh, where's your husband at? Oh, you know what I mean? They want to talk to it like it's a flex. So basically, they want to set you up for failure to be at home looking stupid. And I'm saying this because this is what I grew up. I grew up witnessing this. I witnessed this in person. I witnessed it on TV shows. I witnessed it on social media. It is real. And if you don't believe me, don't believe anything I say. Call any married women that you know. Hell, even married men. Ask them where they at. I'm at work, or he's away. I don't know if you guy on guy, however you want to slice it. Where's your husband? Oh, his husband around? Oh no, he's at work, or he's out, or he'll be home soon. He's never at home. You're always at home, especially if you got children. That's a great reason for a man to not come home. Okay? Because they always say, oh, he just want peace. Oh, he need peace and quiet. Since when have children been peace and quiet? Children are not quiet. They're not peaceful. They're loud. They stink. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, they might be great. They're a great addition to the family. But men don't like that. They don't. That's why you're always left at home with the children. And again, if you don't believe me, call the wife. And if you can't call the wife because she's exhausted, call the children. Ask the children. They'll tell you. Because the wife might lie. Oh, he's right here with her lying ass. Call the children. They'll tell you. They'll give you the truth. He ain't there. And they don't even know him, to tell you the truth. That's another thing, too, I grew up with. Them children, they don't know them. They do not know that man. That's supposed to be the quote-unquote husband that's out working all the time, or out working his pelvis. They don't know him, okay? So for those who try to shame people, oh, you ain't married, or they try to shame people for being married, but basically try to shame you for not being miserable. I can promise you, it is not a flex sitting at home getting cheated on, or you sitting at home wondering where your husband is. That is not a flex. So for y'all men and women to try to shame other people to be just as miserable and ignorant as you are, don't do that. I can promise you, we're not hard up for men. Even as me with a single woman, if anyone try to shame me, oh, you should be married. Okay, well, your husband will keep me warm at night. I mean, it sounds rude, and that sounds very harlotty, but that's the truth. That's the short and truth of it. If I want to call myself finding a good man, 12 times out of 10, he is going to be married. Like I say, it's these married men out here that are out here sowing their royal oats. You see what I'm saying? Out here choosing. You see what I'm saying? I keep my head down. I don't go looking for trouble. But who is that always trying to hunt me down, or always trying to be you're the man of my, always trying to come before you like the diamond in distress, or like the, the savior on a horse, and then come to find out your whole ass is pregnant. I mean, not pregnant, probably pregnant too, but your whole ass is married. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, wow, really? And then those will be the ones that come forth so humble. I'm like, why are you so? And I always have that. Why are you so not, or why you act like you so interested? It's because he's married. You see what I'm saying? So I'm thinking like, wow, this is why I keep my head down. I'm like, yeah, yeah. So for those who try to shame people of getting married, like, hey, I can promise you, it is not a flex. I used to grow up really wanting this stuff. Now I'm like, you'll be a damn fool. And I'm not saying that everyone's like this, because there's people out there like me who actually will cherish and, appreciate and respect the relationship. But everybody don't think that way, especially men. They'll tell you in a second, I'm a man. You know what I'm saying? You ask them where he at, I'm a man. They always want to say they're a man. They want you to give them their leeway and their space to cheat in peace. And I'm thinking like, well, that's fine. You want to cheat or you want to be a whoremonger, do that. But don't be married with children. Call yourself married with children and you out hoeing more than anybody. That's the part that I don't understand. You can be single. If you still want to be a single whore, want to have 1,000 baby mamas, 1,000 women, and 1,000 diseases, keep that to yourself as a single man. I've never understood that. It's like the married men are the biggest hoes this side of hell. Like, you get a single man and a married man, it's that married man with all the bitches. I'm like, good God. Jesus. Yeah, so for those who are married as a married man or as a married woman, or same sexers, I don't know how y'all get down, but don't go shaming people, telling people, oh, well, where's your man at? Or where's my ring? You want to flash off your ring? That don't mean nothing. All that is a business contract. All that means is you're going to get taken for everything, or you're going to lose everything. Or you ain't going to get, only thing you're going to get is divorce papers, and you get the children. You see what I'm saying? Divorce papers, and you get left with the problem that you came in with. That's not a flex. You get no benefit. I'm not saying all marriages are like this, but most of them are. Most of them are the way. If you ask yourself, what is a traditional marriage or a traditional wife? She's to stay at home with the children and shut the hell up and don't question her husband while he's out cheating. Okay? That's what traditional wife. And if you're not traditional, then they're not going to marry you. They want somebody that's going to be dumb and quiet enough to just shut up. Just like I said, if you look at Anton Daniels Pano when he had the 5 women and the 5 men. And I want to say most of the women are married. I can't think of their names off the top of my head. I think I think I can name them. Carrie, Molly, and I can't think of the other ladies. But there's like another older woman. But yeah, basically you could tell like these women, you could tell the ones that are married, because those are the ones that are shut up. They always agree with Anton. It's kind of, well, but you're not a man though. You're not a man though. It ain't about who's the man or who's the woman. Because if the woman does something out of line, the man is going to tell her. The man do something out of line, oh, shut up, he's just a man. Like, no, it don't work like that. I understand we're not the same as far as male and female, but when it comes to respect, if it's a cardinal sin when I do it, then be careful when you do it. You see what I'm saying? If it's frowned upon, if your wife has wandering eyes and you're ready to slap her, if it's offensive to you, then it might be offensive vice versa. But of course, men don't see that because they figure, oh well, hell, I'm the predator. I'm supposed to be out here feasting on everybody. I'm a man. You know. But you supposed to shut up and look stupid at home while he's a man. You see what I'm saying? So that's how you can always tell the married women, because they're looking stupid, and it's like, and then you faithfully getting cheated on, you know it, but you're just gonna shut up and look stupid and take it because it comes with the territory as a married woman. Yeah, so if I'm like, okay, wow, yeah, so I thought I'd put that part out there too. Like, it's not a flex. I can promise you, for those who really want to be married, it's not a flex to get married and be left at home with the children. And I'm thinking you got a better chance of being left at home with the children than if you don't have children, but you're still virtually going to get left at home while he's doing his thing. And then when he gets home, you don't ask any questions. You don't say nothing. You just shut up. You see what I'm saying? You can't ask any questions. Of course, you can't talk back, and don't bother him. You're supposed to be his peace. So he can tell you he's just a man, but you ought to be his peace. You see what I'm saying? And there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with having a peaceful environment, but it has to make sense. Don't just sit back getting slapped or getting cheated on, and you just shut up because you're the wife. You wanted to be married, and you did kind of you kind of set yourself up for that, you know. So if I'm saying, just be very careful, because I can promise you, from the inside and outside, looking in and out, being married is not a flex, or being married to the wrong person is not a flex, because some marriages are great. I could probably count on one hand of the good marriages, and I have to think about it. Probably gotta lie about some, but I can count on one hand of the good marriages. But the ones that are like just raggedy and they're typical, that's not a flex. Like I said, you pull any of your married women to the side, or you might have to ask their children, because of course they're gonna lie, oh, everything's great, and they got a black eye. They just look so stupid. You can just tell the married women, they just look so dumb. Just sit there and shut up, accepting the diseases, accepting other babies. And I'm just like, good God, help us. And then there's no difference than being single, because it's like you're still a single mother. You're just a single mother with a ring and with a husband that ain't there, that's getting other women pregnant. And then it's like, that part is blowing me. But again, you're supposed to just shut up and take it. You're married. You want to be married, right? Just shut up. But you just shut up. And that's what I'm saying. It's no different than single woman and a married woman. I guess the only difference is one of them can get out of it. The single woman can leave, you see what I'm saying, versus the married one. You got to sit there and shut up and stay with the children. It's like you're stuck in it. You're stuck in that contract. Hell, somebody is going to have to die for you to get out of this. And I'm like, that's where you effed up. So I'm saying, be very careful where you think you're just going to get married because it's your dream. Like, no, that's going to be your downfall. And again, you need to pull somebody over who is actually going to be honest. Pull over. I don't want to say ask one of the married women, because of course they're going to lie. They're already whipped and slapped into shape, literally. Maybe ask one of their children, you know, oh, where's dad? Or how's everything at home? They'll tell you. They will. Because children don't tend to lie. Like grown-ups, they lie. That's what men and women, they're full of lies. The children, they're not so deceptive. You know, so yeah, so just to let you know, it is not a flex. It is not a flex to be sitting at home getting cheated on, because you can do that anytime. Especially if you call yourself having a boyfriend or a fiance or whatever, like you can get cheated at any moment. You don't have to get into a marriage just to be cheated on, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, to me, I just feel like that's all you're getting out of a marriage is getting cheated on and left at home to look stupid with the children, becoming a single mother with a ring, and you got two, three other baby mamas and children on the way, because your husband's working, quote unquote, working his hips or working that thing. Yeah, so keep that in mind, because I can promise you, 12 times out of 10, they will be cheating. They're not going to sit at home just slapping on your dry cat all the time. I can promise you that too. So that's a cardinal sin too, because it's like men, they're always looking for something, or looking for a woman, or hell, even a man, seeking whom they may devour. They're always looking for someone who they can devour, no matter what age they are. That's another thing too I've noticed out here. I've noticed if I want to meet a man that's childish and a man that's don't know what the hell he wants at 50, 60, 70 years old, that's what I've learned here in LA too. These grown-ass, old-ass, elderly, ready for diaper-ass men that's still trying to be out there playing around in the streets. And I'm thinking like, hey, ain't you 70? Grow up, you old MF. Some of these men are married. Some of them, I'm just like, this is a disgrace. 50, 60, 70 years old, acting like 2-year-olds. And I'm like, wow, where are we? Are we in the Twilight Zone? Probably. because these mugs are not human. Mutants. Yeah, so keep that in mind. And like I say, understand and know who the hell you're dealing with before you get married. And don't go trying to marry somebody like Offset and then want to be surprised when they show you for the 1 billionth time, show you throughout your whole marriage who they are. That's another thing too. We got real bad. Oh well, once we get married, you promised. I'm like, man, shut up. If you want a grizzly bear, marry a grizzly bear. If you want a nice guy, marry a nice guy. You can't marry somebody who's a piece of shit and expect them to change because he lied and said that he do. You know, so wake up and smell the roses. And I think we're so delusional. We really think, oh, I'm married. Like that means something. You don't understand. You still at home looking stupid though. You still by yourself. You still stuck with the children. You still getting cheated on. So what's the difference? You're just a single mother with a ring and some children to match. That's it. Because he still ain't there. He's still cheating. You still looking stupid. And if you ain't careful, you're going to get fat too. You see what I'm saying? Because you're going to be so stressed and worried about, oh my God, stressed and worried. Where's he at? What's he doing? And of course you can't. And again, this is one of the cardinal sins that you cannot do this in a traditional wedding or a traditional marriage. You cannot question and ask him where he at, where he's been, or what's he doing, or who is that. You can't ask no question. Because that's where you get slapped. And he's going to get all the justification in the world because, oh, why would you question? He just came home from work. Why are you nagging him? You see what I'm saying? So you might want to be very careful. And to hell with anybody who want to shame anybody for not want to be miserable like you. Men or women. Because men got that real bad. Where's your husband? He ain't with you with your faggot ass, so why you worried about it? Jeez, you know? So that's what I do not appreciate that. You would never catch me trying to recruit somebody to be just as miserable and as trifling or as played over as I am. Literally, if I'm in a miserable marriage, I'm not going to ask you, why aren't you married? Or he's just a man. No, I'm going to tell you to be very careful before you get married. Don't end up like me. Okay? I can promise you, you will never get shamed. Never. I don't give a damn how traditional or how much they shame you for it. And you'll be a damn fool to jump into it just for the gram. And now your dumb ass got to be miserable. Or now you got to wear the scars after getting slapped all the time for asking questions. To want to get to the bottom of what your husband is doing. And then you wonder why now your ass got a black eye. And so be very effing careful. You know, and if I'm saying it, because like, this is like, it's really like a bother or something. Because I'm like, wow, these mugs really do. They'll put you to the ringer. If you don't get me, you don't do this by this. You're like, who are you? Half y'all are queers and you want to try to school women on? I'm like, come on now. That's why I'm just like, I got to remove myself from this because I don't know what we've become. It's like we just became like mutants and wild animals. Like, it's disgraceful. But anyway, be well, be safe.